Yo, what's up, pups? How's everybody doing tonight? Let's get into it. All right. Reposted Super Snake. Thanks, brother. What is up, man? Thank you so much. Daniel, great. How you doing, man? It's Sunday, January 25th. Everybody has left PulseChain. This could be good or bad. It's a shit show. But in general, people are leaving a lot of things in the market, okay? It's just fucking crazy out there. Now, why do they do that? Why do you do that? Yeah. Yo, what's going on, Rapid Unbox? What's up, T.S. Pedro? What's up, Henny? How you doing? Let's put the link in the Telegram, I think. Let's put it in there. All right. Yo. Guys, there's a lot of fucking craziness going on. Okay, really quick. Not very funny, but Nipah virus cases have been reported in West Bengal. All right. I don't know where that is, but it's somewhere in India, apparently. It's very deadly. It's a zoonotic virus, more deadly than the zombie apocalypse, which killed them. Okay. Fatality rate is pretty high. It's 40-75%. Okay. Starts with fever, headache, muscle pain, can cause severe breathing issues. So, you should go to a hospital if you think you have it. I don't think it's over here. It's probably not coming. It's one of those things where it's so virulent, it kills people before it can get on planes and travel around the world kind of situation. But I'm sure there's a lot of things that are going to come together that are going to help manipulate the markets, right? That's more of what we're looking at it, right? NFL playoffs predictions. I do not watch American football. Hello, gents. What's up, man? See what you want. What's up, bro? I do like football, though, like soccer, what you call. I don't even know if I'm sure there's somewhere you can watch American football out in Eastern Europe. We'll watch NFL playoffs. What's up, Tam? How are you? So 5 people have got it. 2 nurses, 1 doctor. It's worse than Ebola. So that's bad, but that's actually good, too, because when it's that bad, it doesn't transmit very easily, right? Because the fatality rate's too high and it gets contained, and then that's the end of that. So there's some good things about it, too. I think I hit this button right here. Oh, okay. Nice. I almost liked how it looked, actually, a minute ago. Looks good. All right, let's go with this tonight. What's up, Conspiracy Crypto? What's up, Half Maya? How you doing? Thanks for the repost. I really appreciate that. You guys are amazing. So this is bad. But what's worse than this is the government shutdown. So the U.S. government could shut down on the 31st. Now, could that happen? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe we get... Because now I'm hearing, what's going to happen to metals and all this stuff, and it's going up. So it could also be a type of market manipulation, right? Because maybe come Thursday they solve it and fix it, and we don't end up shutting down. But maybe we get some volatility this week, and this marks the cycle low, the bottom, and we have another move to the upside before the cycle of the horse. Is it the horse? Yeah, the Chinese zodiac cycle of the horse kicks in, which is kicking in pretty soon, right? So. Polymarket's got it at, I think, 75%, 78%. Okay. Government shutdown last. January 31st shutdown. Trump has less cards to stop it now. Yeah, it could be interesting. The government runs out of money and shuts down on Friday. Everything's fine. Yeah, I mean, the odds are pretty high of it happening. Plus, we've got, all the setting up for the riots and all that stuff, right? Because they're creating all these tensions. I mean, people are lunatics because what they've done is they have these news camps, and they've been filling people's heads with all this nutty stuff for so long that liberals have just lost their mind. It's like Trump. It's not even Trump derangement syndrome. It's literally a reality derangement syndrome where people are just living in a reality that doesn't exist, that never has existed, doesn't exist, and will never exist. Whether that's about unfairness or slavery or whatever the people are going on about, or that women are slaves and they're breeding machines or something. There's just all kind of extreme ideas out there now, ideologies, right? And this has been pumped out for the last 30 years, but it's really culminating now, right? And they're going to milk it, because there's a really cool scene in Game of Thrones, all right? It just came to mind. Let me see if I can. Game of Thrones, Tyrion. Giving the peasants a party. Let me see if it pops up,
It's supposed to mean something.
Robb Stark is dead. And his bitch...
I don't think this is the one. Yeah. Huh. Okay, well, the point of it is that I think he's talking to the grandmother, and he says something like, we need to have a big party. And the grandma's like, I don't remember who it was, but they're like, we're broke. We can't have a party. And he's like, look, there's all these problems going on in the capital, and if we don't give the peasants a distraction, they're going to come for our throats. And then they rethink, and they're like, yeah, maybe we do have the budget for a party. And so they are keeping people at war with each other. It's just another version of distraction, right? Whether it's not the party time, it's wartime, because they don't want you turning to the real people who are responsible for everything, all right? And you can see, just imagine all these liberals, all these, it's not just, liberal women, that's a funny joke, but it really is just this group of people that have been radicalized. Imagine if they actually understood how the system worked and who was responsible for it. They would attack their banks. They would attack their politicians. But notice they're not, right? They're attacking each other, and they're attacking people who, let's say, are on the right, who are going to work, who are paying taxes, holding up the system. They're attacking. I saw them attacking some ICE officers recently who were escorting out a convicted pedophile who raped like a 3-year-old. Like, they're so fucked up, and these people. Attacking any of these people is not going to solve their problem. So this is the genius of the elites, okay? They turn you on yourselves. And obviously you have a part of the population that's not intelligent enough to understand this, and or was so dumbed down over the last 20 years that they couldn't understand it, even if you sat them down and explained to them that, hey man, there's this money system and blah, 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 and these, you can think of them as these corporate... these gangsters run these nations, you know what I mean? And they're doing this, and they're purposely getting people to turn on each other so that the elites can continue doing what they're doing and literally robbing nations blind, the Western nations, okay? And that's exactly what's happening. I think they're estimating 50 to 70% of every U.S. dollar printed is stolen. It's just vanishing, okay? And the stealing is becoming insane. It's at an insane. That's why the inflation's going to go insane, because they have to cover their asses, all right? And so they need a type of civil war. They need you at each other's throats, because it's either that or they give you a party, which will come too. Maybe that'll be, the euphoric relief we'll get in the form of a bull run. But while you're busy at each other's throats, man, they can continue stealing and doing what they're going to do. All right. Oh, fuck. I need new cables. Even the cables are malfunctioning. All right. So the government's shutting down, and it's all timing up with this, who knows what's happening, Minnesota, something, and all these other places. They're going to coordinate something again, right? People will protest, but they'll protest for all the wrong things. That's the key. They don't want you protesting about the shit that matters. And I had a long talk with some friends of mine on Wall Street, and they said something interesting to me. They said, like, people were leaving work in 2008, and there were all these tents outside. All right, this is before X and everything. So once again, I'm old, so I remember that time. These were my friends. And they were explaining to me that they were a little bit scared, like the people on Wall Street. And there were some discussions among the powers that be that they didn't want something like this to ever happen again, right? So they really made sure after 2008 to make sure you never, ever turn your eyes toward the people that are actually robbing you blind, and the people that are actually helping cause a lot of the destruction of your lifestyle and culture that you're experiencing. So, okay, so the elites, it's better for them that you turn on each other and eat each other alive. Okay, and that's what they want, right? And I do feel a lot of people on the right understand this. For some reason, people on the left do not understand this. They really believe the ideas that they've been told. They really do. I know, because it's made dating hard. You know, I can't even utter. I don't know how many girls will. It sounds like you don't listen to Andrew Tate, do you? Like randomly, on a date or something. Like they're really crazy. Like it's really like madness is inside these people, and they don't know how the system works. They don't know what matters, right? And this is perfect for the elites. They don't want you to know what matters. They don't want you focused on the money or the destruction of your culture and your lifestyle, and certainly not thinking about the future. So people are caught up in the dumbest things. It's sad, right? So they might try to tie all this stuff together with this government shutdown and maybe riots. And the charts actually give some signals as well. Remember I've been saying the last few streams that the charts are giving very strong messages to either side, okay? And I'm just going to go right into it and show you, what a little bit of what I'm talking about. So yeah, everybody smash the like button. Thank you. See what you win. Appreciate it. They want both sides begging for the government to do something. Yeah, exactly. They want you to destroy each other till you capitulate out of exhaustion and you say, whatever, man. War is good for the elites, right? Like after World War II, people came back exhausted. They didn't give a fuck. They just said, like, make it all stop. We'll accept whatever system you want to give us, right? And it took 2 world wars. You got a Fed. You got Social Security to rob you. They didn't care. No one said no. So it's fine. You want Social Security? You want a tax? Take half the money? Fine. Just stop killing us. So this is the beauty of war for the elites and for all this stuff. They're all orchestrated. What we've had this century, 2 world wars, all been orchestrated. It's very clear if you understand history, or not the history they give us, but you've actually taken the time to understand kind of world history from different perspectives. You can put together a really interesting image. And the Third World War will absolutely be coordinated as well to help move us to the system that they want, because it's amazing how malleable you become when you're hungry and you're scared, okay? And I think that's what they want to do to the West. They want to get you hungry and scared again so they can do whatever they want to you and get you to accept whatever that next system is or next currency. You'll just say, hey, fine, I'll take it, man. Just make all this pain stop, right? Something is really different tonight, but I like it. What's up, Glenn? How are you, man? So I'm not too caught up in the news. It'll be something, but I'm going to show you why I've been looking at the charts the way I've been looking at it. Let me see where we are. Let's go right to... Now, there's a lot of drama as well on PulseChain, but I'm not going to cover that today. I might do a specific stream tomorrow. It's been an interesting thing with, I guess, Somi and Giga, and I don't know. I'm just not in the mood right now. But why I don't care as much as I'll show you in the charts is everything looks normal to me when I look at it from a chart perspective, which is all I care about anyway. Nothing looks weird. I know a lot of people on the chain are thinking there's some exploit and blah, blah, blah. And there might be, but the charts don't hum that. The charts just show this is basically where the charts were going to go anyway. So it doesn't matter what your reason is. I don't really care about the news. I don't care what the reason is. And based on the timing of what's happening, there's no doubt to me this was all pre-planned anyway, which I'll explain more of that maybe tomorrow when I go into depth about my perspective on it. But I do enjoy, I like the work. Giga had put in a lot of work, and it's really great. So we'll look at all that. But today we're just going to focus on the charts here, because the charts tell me, the charts don't lie, man. I don't need to worry about who's right or wrong. The charts tell me a story. So look, man, we had Bitcoin here. We've had this resistance above. I was hoping we'd get this push up to 130, and it could still probably going to be about 140 now, because a lot of time has elapsed, right? I'm going to zoom out so you can see this line. This is an important line for me because it's just a top. It's been hit and rejected. I don't need to do much more TA than that for that. So that's an important area, okay? And we have broken out of this uptrend we've been in. You can see by this other red line, okay? And this green line is the 50, okay? Let's see here. Which is now at about 100K, okay? And I do I did think we'd at least get a push to it because we do it every time in every bull run. We did it here as well in 2022 before we fell apart into a bear market, and we did it here as well in 2018 when we fell down below it and we came up and retested it. So that was at least what I thought we would get. But a lot of time is elapsing now, so it concerns me because we're getting more and more bearish. Now, I think because we've had this drawdown, it's possible we could get a punch up, take out all the shorts, and have a type of flash crash maybe this week, because the new horse thing starts in like February sometime, right? So maybe it's possible which is what I was drawing here. I was sketching this like, oh, we have some kind of flash crash. Everyone thinks we're about to roll over more, but then we push up again and then we come down. But I don't think we're gonna. When did I draw that? Because I don't know. I'm not doing that. I don't think we're gonna do that. I think we're gonna have some weird thing, but we could have a flash crash scenario. It's too predictable to have some big rollover and go into like a bear market with some low prices. What is it? Negative 86,000. Yeah, so I mean we broke down out of this bear flag. So yeah, I think the technical target is around 65, 66K for it, but it doesn't really mean anything yet, to be honest, until we break right here at about 79K, which is this wick down here. So I mean, I could just redraw this, like that for now, and it's okay. Like, doesn't mean anything yet. It just doesn't mean anything yet. But there's a lot of concerns, like the fact that we've broken under this 50 on the weekly. We've got this death cross. We got the 50 going underneath the 200, okay, which is bad. You can see where it happened here, okay? And then shortly after we retested and we'll see later bye-bye, we have crossed. We've got the death cross, buddy. And so we could get that retest of 100, but death cross is in. Have we done it before? Yeah, you got one right here, okay? And then you have one right here at the zombie apocalypse. So these crosses aren't good, man. They're not good, okay? You got one right here, okay, back in 2014, death cross, 50 dumping underneath the 200. You see that? Okay. The problem is, I was always hopeful we'd get some push up, but a lot of times we're lapsing here, man. And we got this death crosses in, okay? It's not something to fuck with. Well, I don't think crypto would be hard. Goddamn. Witcher did it. Repost. Hey, Hexamillion. You the man. Thanks for reposting the stream. Thanks to everyone who reposted the stream. Got a few people up here. And that's right. See what you want. Smash the like button. Who else reposted? Was it Half Major said they reposted? Let's go. Yeah, Super Snake reposted too, right? Who else did it? And Key, what's up, man? Key, did you get that photo from my Instagram? Or did we just both happen to have the same photo in our Instagram stories? Or did you get that photo from my Instagram stories? It's awesome. I love that photo. It was a real popular story, actually. People loved it. Thanks, brother. Oh, Crypto Coffee reposted the stream. Thanks, brother. So, yeah, a lot of time is elapsed, man. This is an important box. I don't draw boxes for no reason. Here it is, and I'll show you why with WBTC and all some of these things that have been people fighting about lately too. Super Snake also says, looking at 4% growth in USP, CPI still coming down to 3%, only a matter of time before risk on comes back. Russell 2000 all-time highs. PMI pumping to 55 might be the ticket later this summer. Yeah, so PMI is going to reverse probably in 2027. Okay, I don't think it reverses in 2026. Probably going to be closer to the Shemitah year. That's usually when it lines up. And if you look, CPI, yeah, that's good. We know that. Yeah, but risk. Everything's just been risk on and going up. It could absolutely correct now, though, too. There's absolute strong evidence that tops could kind of be in. Now, I'm not talking top. Like I said, we could get a rough patch just this week, and that could lead us into a last rally up, right? So that's more of what I'm thinking, because falling apart right now just honestly seems. I mean, I guess it could happen, man. There's enough evidence. Like, it's sketchy, but I still think we could get another rally and move up. Okay. I want to see There was Corey. So here's U.S. dollar to Japanese yen. It looks like it's coming back for a retest before it even breaks out higher. I mean, you had a big head and shoulders here, and it got faked out, and it's just ripped like crazy. It's hard to say if this is what's going to happen. I mean, this is a really interesting chart. I mean, it absolutely could be rolling over. Maybe the U.S. dollar is going to rip. It's going to come down. Maybe we do get a rally, a temporary. Yeah. That's only to the yen, though. That just means the yen's about to be fucking. Let's go look over to Dixie. Oh, wow. Okay. We're getting a serious drop here. Yeah. Look at that, right to this target zone, right? Now, are we gonna get a juicy bounce here, or are we gonna fall apart? What's gonna happen this week, right? So we know the data's fucked up, and we're not getting clear data, right? Let's go to gold. Oh shit. Looks like gold is going to push up higher, man. We could have the last push up on silver and gold. Absolutely. Wow. Amazing. We could just maybe go past the 2618. Yeah, maybe silver does hit like 125-ish. Fed is apparently stepping in to save the yen by selling dollars for yen. Yeah, I did see something about that. A lot of shit going on Japanese yen that's causing uncertainty, and now a government shutdown. Bro, I so coerced to gamble and lost the 500. Not a good day for me. Sorry, man. What did you gamble in? Alpha, however, thank you for the repost, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you. It's a shit show. So this area is important here if we're going to push up again. But I think if we do get a bear market now, I think we're going to range between this purple box and chop before we move up into let's say 2027 or the end of 2026. Okay. But if we have some kind of like flash crash here, we're coming into this box. Okay. And then we'll push up again. And then I think we'll just chop again until we're ready to go. I don't see us really falling apart lower than this box. I know people are calling like some lower targets for BTC, and I suppose depending on what happens, if possible, but I don't think so. But maybe we just get some crazy flash crash because you need some fear if we're going to push up more. And maybe we're getting that now, right? Maybe this is the flash. Maybe this is it and a little bit more. But we'll find out tonight. You know, it's only Eastern Standard Time is only like 4 p.m. So it's going to be tonight when we really see what the market starts to do. And I'm not going to be streaming that long. Yeah, I mean, ETH could come down, hit some of these lower targets, right? For sure. Yeah, what's up, man? I'm about to go up for a little bit. But ETH's definitely rolling over a little bit. And it's definitely a lot of weakness in these charts in general. ETH, like, you know, if you think about it, you could definitely come down here at around that $2,000 range, okay? We could certainly come down to like 2,500, you know, for sure. But, you know, there's a lot of low targets down here, man, depending on what happens. Like ETH is very volatile, and it could dump to some low targets. Maybe 1,800. Who knows what it could be. If we break, 2,600, 2,500, we'll come and look at these to figure out what's realistic here. But I definitely don't like what I'm seeing. Definitely do not like ETH. ETH not looking good. ETH looked bad. Oh man, ETH looked really bad. The thing is, ETH looks so bad now that I don't even think it's gonna like anything that bad is gonna play out. It would smash. It would go to like $300. No. You've also got some of this bullishness could kick back in pretty easily. If we rally back up, you know, you get an inverse head and shoulders pretty quickly over here. So we could turn bullish again very quickly too, but maybe we got a bit of a nasty patch here. Japan Floki. Hang on one sec, folks. We're going to look at Pulse, okay? Let's just look at like XRP, some of the other flagships, okay? Okay, not looking good either, okay? Pretty droopy. Not looking good. Which level? I mean, yeah, I was literally like, XRP could come back to $1 just by eyeing this chart and looking at it. XRP could come back to $1 just from like just eyeballing it. I was totally looking. Obviously, you got the 200 too, and around that range. Yeah. Jesus. You know, I hope we get a big rally on Bitcoin, take our shorts. Maybe we do. Maybe we get a fear this week, like I said, and then we rip into the weekend next week for a few weeks into February. But doesn't mean alts are necessarily going to pump that hard or anything like that. But we'll get a little bit of rallies on them. VIX is very quiet. I drew this. Maybe it comes down, or maybe it's ready to rip soon. Okay, interesting. Let's look at DGT. Yeah. Okay, hang on a second. I'm going to look at Pulse, okay. What's going on? Now, Pulse, what's going on? Okay. So the way I look at this is pretty simple. All right. We hit a low down here, a 0.0000125. The market's not really cooperating with us right now, and the chart's not looking that great. So that may not be the low. Okay. The low could still be yet to come in. Yeah, we'll go look at that 2 PWC in a second. And I'll cover it again tomorrow more in detail when we'll pull up. We'll look at a lot of tweets by the different people. I think Somi, Dirty, Giga. A lot of people had a lot of things to say about that, right? There's a lot of drama going on. So since we're mean, a reversal could come anytime. But I'm just going to like trade what's there, okay? So for me, I just flip this shit over, man, and I go, cool. What does this look like? Looks like a type of cup and handle situation to me, okay? This looks very bullish, okay? And the target for this, because I was messing with this earlier, okay, is exactly 0.000001, okay? Like about somewhere around there. And it gives me a lot of confluence. Yeah, it's 0.001. Like, yeah, I have a lot of confluence with that zone, right? It's literally the center of this blue circle I have. And here's the target, yeah? So this is without getting into anything fancy, no indicators. I'm just literally put with lines. And it's been working so far. I don't see any reason to try to, like, make this too fancy. In terms of understanding where we're headed. It's also the bottom of my inverse head and shoulders drawing I have had for a long time. So, for example, this line, you know, it follows it down it follows it down very nicely, right? This yellow support line. So you got a strong amount of confluence there as well that we're going to touch down around here. So that will give us a cleaner move to the upside as well in terms of you know, 0.00001 or whatever. And then you've also got, will that still play out? Let's see what happens when we get here. All right. If we're going to go even lower than that. But yeah. Obviously you've got, all I'm going to do is cover ink too, because ink is more volatile. So it can move faster. How weak is ink looking? Now, everything, and this is going to lead me into PWBTC, everything is within the cards for me. Like, I wouldn't have taken the time because I'm an asshole about nothing in my life except my time. That's the thing I'm an asshole about in my life, okay? And if I took the time to put lines down here, it means that it was important, okay? And obviously, we're already down here at 50. We're at 54 right now. We passed my red line, which was 55, which was a very important line, okay? And we're wicking. We're just bouncing on it, but it doesn't look good, all right? This looks like absolutely it's going to break down, okay? Short of a turnaround coming tonight or tomorrow morning. Like, this is going to fall apart. And lower targets are all the way down. I mean, you guys can see them, right? They're highlighted here on the screen. I don't know. Hope you guys can see really well. Let me know if you guys can't see my charts. I'm going to try to make this a little bigger. But yeah, you got, 53, 48, 44, 39, 18, and 50.5 cents. Okay. And yeah, I don't know what's going to be it. I don't know how volatile PulseChain's about to get. Right. So, but we're absolutely going to break down. Maybe we just double bottom. What's that going to be? That's going to be this line, 39 cents, right? That'll be this one right here. So we could just be double bottoming, or maybe not. Maybe we just break down a little bit and hit 48, 49 cents, and that's the end of that. I don't know. Things bring it out, call it dose of reality. To call it, what does that mean, man? I don't do reality or fantasy. I just look at the charts. He's split up into a bunch of wallets. Not sure exactly going to have to check. Exploiters out, sky's the limit on PWBTC. I do agree with you about that. Sky's the limit. I have my reasons. I just don't want to do it on this show because I feel like it's going to be this long discussion. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow night and talk about PWBTC and of course PDI and everything. But yeah, so there's things down here. Supports. Hex has them too. I'll just go. I'm not going to spend a lot of time. This is in free fall. PX is in free fall. Or about to go into free fall. EHEX is same. It's been in free fall. Looks bullish to the downside. Yeah, and I got now supports at 0.000. How many zeros we got now? 0.6 and then 0.004 down here. All right, let's get to PWC really quick, okay? Now, why I'm not freaking out is because this is Pulse. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Okay. I want you guys to pay attention to something, all right? I have a purple box here. I don't put purple boxes here for no reason, okay? I think it was up here, and I had this here because if I put purple box or I put lines down below, that means I've done my math on the chart, and I know that there's a possibility an asset has to test those ranges, all right? Where WBTC is, it was fucking going there no matter what news happened. That's what I don't understand. I'm not freaking out because I had a box there that I drew. Looks like I drew it maybe in December, November. Who knows when I drew it? We'd have to go back and look at old shows to see when I put this box here. But that meant that there was a high likelihood we were going to go in there. It's no different than, you know, how I had all these lines under ink, and surprise, we started hitting them, okay? Because I do my homework, and I spend a lot of time looking at these charts and the structure, and I know that there's problems, and I'm like, cool. And I had lines way down here when we were up here. I had a box way up here. We blasted through all this. We came all the way down to my lines, and we're hitting them all one after another. All right. So same thing with Pulse. You know, did I lose my drawing? I had that like chart where I did from like long time ago. So, but same thing, right? I had a very low target of 0.000013, and we got hit. We hit it, and I have a line there. Here's that red line. Is that line that target I had, right? We could go lower now, okay? And it's the same thing. You know, I put a box here because when we were up here, I knew we could go lower. And if you're looking for a catalyst, like I just don't even care because I already have it on the chart that it's going to test certain ranges. Like it doesn't matter to me why. Government shutdown, an exploit, this and that. It was going there anyway. I have it on the charts. Okay, now we've broken market structure. The uptrend is finished, okay? It means we have to go sideways and build structure again. All right. Yeah, we got to rebuild, okay? But it's within the spectrum of going where it had to go. Otherwise, I wouldn't have, like I said, I wouldn't have had a box there. So in some ways, I'm not freaked out. Where did it wick to? It wicked all the way down to $70. Let's see. Wow. Okay. So it's so funny to me that like this exploits happen right when the asset needs to go to a range that I've had drawn on the chart for months. So it's getting, and I'll explain this more in detail tomorrow. He says his hack is not on the scale of previous hacks. It will blow over soon. Yeah, okay, cool, man. Cool, good to hear. Now, this is going to be contentious, and I'm sure I'm going to hear a lot of kickback from this, but I'm to the point now because of how accurate these exploits are and lined up with my charting that I have to believe they're an inside job because I literally had this target, and we went there. Like, we were going there anyway, according to my TA. It was as if somebody waited till the perfect time to we were about to go we needed to consolidate in the range and decided to go ahead and create an exploit so they could de-risk. I don't know who the insider would be. I'm not pointing fingers. Maybe you guys know. You know, I'm not saying anybody's right. Like I said, we'll look at everything Somi was saying, and Giga did some really good work, and we'll look at all that to understand. But it's just uncanny how lined up it is with my TA. That's why I'm not like, and why would an exploiter show up now? They always show up when there's euphoria in the markets because these guys, they're lazy, dude. They're doing drugs right now. They're fucked up, and wherever the fuck they're doing, they come when the euphoria is going. Okay, they don't exploit now. It's very strange, and it's rare that exploit lines up with your charting like perfectly. That's the other thing. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, thanks, man. You just hit my price targets, like right where the asset needed to go, and I'll show you that too on other projects too, man. I think we've done a lot of work with PTGC, right? Where's PTGC? Well, let's look at Atropa really quick because I just found it. So let's see what happened here with Atropa. Okay, the prop box, we're in it. Okay, we're holding. We're not going up. We're coming down. I have this red line down here at 0.008, okay, which I've talked about before that might be a place you could go to. And we're heading into this range. So let's go ahead and put a box there because we're going to fill it, looks like. All right. Well, are we going to pass into that? I don't know, man. Let's see. I'll just do this for now, dude. I'll just do this for now. Okay. This was right for a little. We ain't going. Nobody's going up right now. Nobody be going up right now. My music ended. I don't even know if we're gonna go this low. We'll see. Okay. Like we could go a little bit lower. We need to find PDGC. Where the fuck is? So some of these big players. Yeah. Okay. So here's another example of those boxes, right? Of those ranges, right? People don't want to like. When they come down, people will always point a finger like, oh, because of this, because of that. Because no, man. The chart tells me a range has to be tested. I don't care. I just don't care what the reason is. And same thing with WBTC. I had this box here for months or weeks at least. You know, if you guys go back and look at old shows, I don't need to know the reason. I already have a box telling me we're probably going to go in there, and we went in there because of an exploit. You know, exploiter is a really smart exploiter. He's literally drawing the chart perfectly. I wonder who could do that and FUD the chain at the same time. It does seem like an inside job, man. It's just too uncanny. The timing of it is perfect. Oh, man. I guess anything's possible, right? Anything's possible. Let's look at DAI. Now I'm not going to get into like too much TA. I know what it's going to do, but I feel like I talk enough. I'll go more into this tomorrow. All right. Squirrely looking chart. You know, I called this move down. Here we are now. Probably going to break down through this and go a little bit lower. Okay. Which is fine. I mean, it's what it is, right? It doesn't look good. Okay. It looks really bad. Atropa might go a little bit lower. I mean, everything's going to go a little bit lower, but yeah, I mean, PDAI's not looking great right now at all. I'm buying Atropa here, in my opinion. It's you. I'm convinced. All the jokes. It was a movie. You can prove nothing. What do you guys? This hack is not. The number of things that can be hacked or even worth hacking is getting low. Yeah, it's not. Like I said, I'll get into it tomorrow. We'll look at everybody's tweets and perspectives on it. A lot of people still think it's probably an outsider or some shit. I don't believe it. I don't believe the PDAI thing was an outsider either. I mean, even if it was somebody nefarious, either way, it was some. It seemed like some inside thing, man. What else? But yeah, I think something's going to happen that's going to cause a flash crash, okay, at least. If it starts the start of the bear market, then maybe it does. But a lot of these things at this point look like they just need to like build more momentum again, and before they can move up anyway. What else was I? Wolf, can you look at Peacock? I'll look at... What? I'll look at Bear. Yeah, all this stuff looks bad. Like they're gonna go a little bit lower. Okay, it looks like it's gonna go lower with PDI and what was I saying, Atropa too and everything. I'm not gonna go through everything. We'll go through more tomorrow too, probably. Yeah, where are we at with Atropa? Yeah, even though it doesn't matter if what held up the best. Like if we're all gonna go lower, we're gonna go lower. Probably some of this is gonna fill, so we will come down. So maybe you might get a penny on Atropa, right? That's gonna be down here in this lower range. Teddy Bear. Yeah, absolutely looks like it's coming down. Once again, I have some lines down here. They're there for a reason. It's because it's in the cards that it could hit these numbers. Okay, 8 zeros 1 2 and 9 zeros 5. I mean, it's possible. I'm not saying it's going to. It's possible though. But I think that generally the elites want to destroy the altcoin market because they're going to have their own projects they want to pump. Okay. And so you guys have to be ready for a lot of nastiness, all right? Because they're not done destroying the altcoin market, all right? They still have they have work to do to destroy people's interest in altcoins. They want to make it so after this, people never want to look at an altcoin again, all right? So you guys should be ready for it. Now, we've been just down forever that maybe we don't, we get a hit, but it's nowhere near what maybe Solana or XRP might be feeling or something like that, because these guys have had like, a lot of TV, market values are much higher. So maybe we're not hit as bad, but yeah, you should be ready for some blood here. It may be a great buying opportunity. I mean, interesting. Yeah, so there's a couple ways to look at it with PWBTC, and this is what I wanted to talk about. Also with Giga's post as well. You have two ways to look at it. One is that his whole focus on launching a chain was with P copies, and he did very poor due diligence about how that would work. Or I accept that he knew that and launched the chain anyway. I mean, I'd find it hard. I think you'd have bigger problems on your hands if there was that level of incompetence at launching a chain. And I know a lot of people get like, well, code is hard, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, but you got $1 billion and took years to do it, and your whole marketing ploy was P copies. You would have sussed it out. And so I would rather believe that it's an inside job than believe that there's that level of incompetence with RH. Because if that's the case, you're going to have more surprises coming and a lot more problems on your hands. And it could be. I mean, there could be that level of incompetence that he just failed at every fucking turn. His marketing failed. His ideas failed. He doesn't understand P copies. Like it's just you just open up a whole can of worms there. It's actually better that actually this is by some way part of the design plan. Yeah. If you think about this, like coming down, and get a rally back up to this 450 level, go sideways before we really take off. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean the chart's not fucked, man. It's not. PWD like WBTC, like maybe once the situation gets handled, I don't see problems. I just don't. Once again, my whole perspectives from the charts. I don't do code. I don't know what these guys are seeing. Maybe we can get I know Giga was doing, like I said, he was doing a lot of work. Maybe we can get him and he can come talk about it as well. But there's room for this to come down, and it still looks okay to me. Okay, this looks like something like an altcoin that could run hard. And all these assets are bullish once supply gets out of the hands of these hackers. Yeah, and like I said, it could be by design. Insiders could know who the hackers are. Maybe it's like I said. I don't know. Well, let's go deeper into it tomorrow when we open this up. But because I'm tired. Kind of and I'm just looking at from a I have all the tweets ready, right? Where I just don't want to do it right now. I don't have the brain power right now. An awesome night last night. I met oh man, wow, she's fucking gorgeous. I'm gonna go meet up with her again tonight. Yeah, it was an amazing night. She pretty much looked like this, and it was just fire, dude. It was fire. And I just don't want to deal with these fucking tweets right now. But I pulled them up, man. So we're gonna talk about this tomorrow. We're gonna get in deep. And Corey Costa said, "Fork PulseChain, give everybody airdrop copies on the new chain. These exploits have to stop." No, I don't think that's a good idea. I think that's an awful idea. Well, I don't want to deal with this tonight. I don't want to deal with it. I'd rather deal with Nipah virus, to be honest, than that shit. Oh, man. You guys are hilarious. What's another chart? Oh, somebody said Peacock. You want to see Peacock? I thought I had Peacock saved. Oh, man. Dude, it was fire. It was insane. Like, yeah, it was fucking crazy, man. Yeah, like I just walked in. I was with like my crew. And we just like locked eyes and then like kept staring at each other. Like it was like crazy. And we started dancing, and then, yeah. Peacock. Peacock. All right. Yeah, I mean, it's in an uptrend. It's good, man. Like, you know, maybe it comes down to a penny. We'll have to see when it gets there. There's a ton of support there at about a penny, okay? 0.009, a ton of support, okay? So it could just hold here, but, you know, we'll probably get a bounce and come down. Maybe we get a rally. Maybe the rally's this week. I don't know. Maybe we rally and come down. No, I don't know. See, it's impossible when you have this much catalyst coming together. Like, literally, you got government shutdown, you got Japanese, gold, Nipah virus, civil war. Like, I'm kind of you're at the mercy of just craziness right now. Like, anybody doing like, can I give you TA? Like, yeah, if you're trading, you'd have to be in and out, right? So I'd be giving you like hourly trades, like, you know, like to tell you like with any certainty at all, like, it's crazy because this stuff's going to move with nuttiness. I mean, maybe we have a black swan coming up here, right? Like maybe there's something that's going to give it that we don't even see. Oh, there's also escalation with either Greenland or Iceland or Iran. So, man, I'm not calling shit right now. I'm not drawing anything like at all. Like, who knows? Like, we'll definitely have to get some kind of rally, bounce. But, you know, we could definitely come down. We could definitely like come down very quickly more before we start, you know, getting something, you know, and then are we even going lower? I don't know, right? Like, you know, that could be realistic, something else like that. If we're like, if hell's about to break loose, right? What's not tested here is this range. So it's a problem for me, right? You had a lot of bullishness here, and it just kept retesting highs either through market maker or it was just that bullish, right? So, you know, you're amazing support at a penny, but I'm going to go ahead and put this here. And this isn't like cursing it at all. Not every box is to be hit, but, you know, you got problems here. You know, like it's just not, it's just, fuck it. I'm going to put it here, man. So let's see what happens. What's it at? $11.5 million market cap. Let me put it on log 2. Let me see what that looks like. No, I mean, it's a nice chart, man. It's bullish. But it's once again, it's at the mercy of the market, right? It should break up because it's a bullish chart. It looks good, but it's an altcoin. If everything goes to poop, this is going to poop for a bit. And not forever. Yeah, like I said, it could you know, show some weakness and come down, you know, give you great buying opportunities, chop and then get ready to move to the upside. So, you know, it's anything to cry about. It's just at the mercy of the markets right now. And we could just have a lot of fear, you know, these headlines and stuff like that. But maybe something's about to go down. But they're making it so you can't predict what it is. So how to plan for it and what to, you know what I mean? What's going to move. But absolutely, metals look like they could push up more. So maybe this week we get the last thrust for metals, right? St. Wolf Bro, wow, you gained weight. What happened? Yeah, I gained weight. I've been training like a motherfucker. What do you mean, like I look fat? Yeah, no, I've gained like 3 kilos. I've gained like 6 pounds of muscle. Well, maybe a little bit of fat too, because I've been eating carbs. It's wintertime, man. It's fucking winter. It's cold out here. So I've been eating like a lot of carbs and stuff. But I've been trying to gain weight. Most getting distracted. Choosing aliens coming, gravity. Oh yeah, there's an aliens thing too, right? So we got aliens as well. So got to be ready for that. But no, Peacock looks fine. But it's an altcoin at the mercy of what else is going on, right? Like, just look at like your Pulse and your Bitcoin and your ETH, and if those are taking dumps, and maybe you just got to look for those buying opportunities, I suppose. But it seems to me like Pulse is definitely probably going to come down here to this 0.00001, which is all in line with the TA. We got tons of support down there waiting for it, and could be a possibility. Things are shit in the bed. Solana, what's going on? Sol is breaking down. It is coming down. Man, some of this stuff looks like it could come down really fucking low. I mean, Sol looks like it could come down to $30. We could have a mess on our hands. Like, I'm hoping we get a rally, but we could have something messy on our hands, man. And maybe, a lot of some of these assets on PulseChain, just these bigger players are de-risking because they see it as well. That's why the timing is uncanny with some of this stuff. Even when the Maria thing happened, it was just de-risking into the bear market because they're smart and they understood what was happening. We looked at everything, man. You guys have any questions? And so tomorrow we're gonna go talk about these discussions, about 9 Iron and Giga and Somi and back and forth, and it's interesting, right? We may never know the irony of the minter investigating the exploiters. These guys are funny. Yeah, it's going to be some interesting stuff. Well, Somi said already confirms, 9 Iron confirmed that PulseChain Compound PWBTC is an insider wallet. I don't even need to read that. Like, I can look at the charts and tell you it looks too uncanny on point. Like, it has to be an insider. I don't even need the proof. I see it in the charts. That somebody's, it's too on the nose, man. It's too on the nose, bro. Like, somebody was trying to shake everybody out, and it lined up with my TA perfectly. Like, what the fuck? TA that I've had on my charts for weeks as a target. Nowhere else in crypto do we get this kind of drama. Super Snake's not marketing. The only people who know about this shit is us. Oh, man. Is that Fast? He's coming in. I'm coming out. Maybe I'll turn the stream over to Fast. And, yo, what's up, Fast? How you doing? Let's see what's going on.
It's looking grim, man.
It looks like shit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Tomorrow we got to get in. Are you free tomorrow night? I'm gonna stream and I don't know when I'm gonna do it.
Monday night. Yeah, I think so.
I want to go through all the tweets with regarding this thing, and Giga made a lot of videos about it and stuff, and it'd be cool to talk about it. 9 Iron 2, he posted this full X history and compared to the protocol actions and exploits. So it's just interesting. So maybe we can break it down tomorrow if you're around. I'll send you a message and see when you're around. Great to catch you live.
Should work.
What's up, DJ Cryptomatic? How are you? How fast? Good to see you. The clown show is about to start. We are tired saint. No shit. No shit, bro. Sorry. Maybe he sent the best schizo in the world to audit it. Yeah, I have to agree with Somi. I'm just hard pressed to believe that he's that incompetent. That would frighten me more than anything. That would actually shake me out of the chain. if he was that incompetent. So we'll dig into this tomorrow and we'll talk about it. But and like I said, it also lines up with my TA, so it kind of makes me wonder if this is by design. But it's a very contentious point right now.
I know which side I'll argue, but yeah, looking forward to it.
You'll pick whatever side is against my side. That's for sure.
Probably.
Guaranteed. I got money. Polymarket's got it. But yeah, WBTC is it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very, very, very interesting. I don't know what else we missed. Let me look back at Bitcoin really quick. See what's going on. Stuff's gonna happen tonight too. So we're already at 86. I want to look at some other. That was the one I did right now. What's this one?
Is it? I remember you saying Bitcoin would need to retest 86. That maybe 3-4 shows ago.
Is that right?
Maybe longer actually. Could have been before Christmas.
Yeah, we're there. We hit this 80, 79. That's a range. But 64 to 69 is still my call. I think we're going to hit that. I don't know if we go into some crazy bear market unless they do decide to really rug the whole markets and everything like that. That would have to be bad. But I have a feeling they're going to keep things propped up to take us up even higher, is my bet still. Or I would sell everything and check out, right? Maybe I'm just crazy or degen. So I have this Bach. What's this? Oh, this is another chart. 73.
You need to be a little bit crazy to be here, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Okay, I'll keep you guys posted in Telegram. I don't know what these people are gonna do, but I still, if we're gonna get some, we're probably gonna get some kind of volatility, some kind of shaking out this week. Even if they don't shut the government down, it's enough anticipation of it that maybe they create the volatility, but then they resolve it last minute, like on Thursday they come to a decision, and then we have that epic run into February, into the horse. But we're definitely going to see some shittiness. Job market's falling apart. It's not good, and all that kind of stuff. Repo market, all those things. I'll do a stream. We'll look at all that stuff too.
Well, money printing. Doesn't this stuff make them start money printing?
Yeah, but it doesn't mean you get the money. It could just be for all their friends in the banks to keep the system going, right?
Yeah, but if interest rates go way down because of money printing, then it's like a knock-on effect with people borrowing to invest and so on and so forth. I'm completely taking this from other people. Like this is not my alpha at all.
Wait, say it again. If they're what?
Like I'm taking this from other people. This isn't my alpha, but like if interest rates come down because they're printing money,
yeah,
which results in more people taking loans to invest, then stock market pumps, then crypto pumps. Like, that's kind of the money printing theory?
Yeah, but they're not dropping interest rates yet, right? Did I miss something?
No, but I just one could lead to another. You know what I mean? Like you drop interest rates, you print some money, stock market goes up.
No, but
CPI, the Ponzi continues.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But CPI was hot, so they're not dropping it.
Okay, fair enough.
They didn't, right? So we're not there yet, right? I'm still crazy after these years. I think they're not going to let this opportunity go to waste. I mean, they're going to get this like whatever their thing is they're trying to do, man. They're people at each other's throats, or they also were. I think they boarded up Wall Street recently too, or something, right? There's some interesting stuff going on.
Okay, I didn't see that.
I'll pull up some interesting thing tomorrow. They're preparing for something, man. Maybe, but usually they don't get that stuff till the weather warms up. But I don't know. Yeah, maybe they just spook us and we get a flash crash this week, and then we rip because the government doesn't shut down. But let's see if we can get some more alpha on this tomorrow, and I'll cover some more and see if we can make heads or tails of it. But right now we're just having fun because you don't know what they're going to do. They have so many like levers right now with all these things happening where they could cause a problem here or there, or you don't have the Clarity Bill Act going yet either, right? So,
Yep. Yeah, they're still fighting about that. That might be one of the contentious issues that shuts the government down.
Yeah. And look, really quick, PulseChain. Yeah, I mean, no matter how you look at it, I can draw a few different lines on here, but that doesn't make sense. What did I use? Did I use it? Okay. Yeah. Maybe we're getting close to the end. It's you can't really call bottoms. You can just kind of give some ideas. I mean. But we could absolutely hit 0.00001. That would be very clean. That'd be really interesting. Could go just below that a little bit too.
Yep. Whatever the bottom number is, that's what Richard's going to pump from, right? So.
Yeah. So decentralized means
that's where he'll do the math.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So perfect. We'll do a deeper video tomorrow, and we're going to open all that shit up with PDI and PWBC. And you guys will understand why I stopped talking about PDI. All right, because of this, a lot of the bullshit. And also think it's dangerous for RH to have us yapping about him making a stable. And there was a number of reasons. My theory is that PulseChain was an initial beta launch. Thank you for your 2 cents. PTGC is the ultimate pivot. Waterfall going to Monday. Everything will be closed tomorrow in New York City. Why is everything closed tomorrow? Is tomorrow a holiday?
That's my knowledge.
All right. Viewers online. Lasting limitation. Ice storm? Snow and weather?
That makes sense. Yeah, they're getting snow all over. There's snow in Texas and stuff like that.
Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, the Cantillon effect. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Just because they're printing money doesn't really mean shit yet. Describes how newly created money, when injected into an economy, does not distribute evenly, causing the first recipients, banks and governments, to benefit from higher purchasing power before prices rise. Yep, that's exactly right. So, like, you know, ice storm, snow and winter weather. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Interesting. This is gonna be an interesting week. Okay. This is going to be really interesting. We're going to get a rally. We are going to get a rally because we always do test the 200. I mean the 50. All right. So dropping it down, we're going to come back up and test that at 100K. So you might have a rally from 83, 81K up to 100, depending on how low they take us. And that'll be the rest of your bull run, man. It could be it, you know, for a little bit, depending on what kind of squirrely shit they're gonna do here. Somebody mentioned, the ice storm. Let's go look at the ice storm. Oh wow, okay. Much of the USA, okay. Monday school closures, okay.
Just another day in Canada.
Total 2 not looking good. Let's go to total 2 really quick. Yeah. Get rid of that. Okay, so I can give another vert tomorrow, but yeah, I mean, nothing's looking good, man. ETH does not look good, okay? And I mentioned that earlier in the stream, okay? I can give you some shit about that tomorrow. Again, we'll look at that. I have quite low targets on Ethereum. Oh yeah, I got a lot of confluence here. We come down here and because we never retested the breakout, bro. Ha 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 ha. Dude, this is totally in the cards. You're gonna get something like this. There you go. That makes a lot of sense to me. Okay, so yeah, so I think my we're gonna come down here, and we'll rebuild. And maybe we go into 2027. This looks correct to me. Okay, so we're coming down. I think everything's coming down in a pretty big way, and could get something like this. Okay, this could be total too. So now we're getting confluence with my thesis about ETH. Now I have more certainty. Like maybe ETH does look bad. Like I was saying, it looks really bad, and I was saying this the other night on the stream too. Like people make a lot of assumptions about ETH, or tying your asset to ETH's performance and all that. And that's what Eric Wall I think was kind of saying. Like I don't get what you're talking about, bro. Like this looks like shit. Oh yeah, okay, total. Yeah, crypto market's coming down. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah, if all this confirms, bear market is totally in. You are this person whited out their name. Dude, nobody's glazing RH here. I'm not necessarily a fan. I just glaze people who have price performance, and he doesn't have that yet, so he doesn't get my glazing. Shit. Okay, yeah, everything's bleeding out. Yeah, so people know. Yeah, I think it's not looking good. Not looking good at all. Solana looks really bad. Solana looks bad, okay? And that's like a big thing because that's one of the big performers, right? So you need to be aware if Solana's looking bad, like it's also really bad. XRP doesn't look great either. And ETH. Yeah, ETH could come down maybe like 1,800. It's fine. It's all within the spectrum of it's fine. It could absolutely come down to like 1,800. It's where your big support is. What is this? Oh, the log chart. We can look for confluence here too on the log chart. Fuck it. Oh, 1,400 double bottom there. Yeah. Okay, $1,400, maybe. We don't know what's gonna play out. They call you Abdullah on YouTube channel.
Indeed.
Fast Abdullah, guys. You guys are amazing. Fast, you're awesome, man. Let's pick back up tomorrow and break down all these delicious, yummy tweets about. Well, I don't even know what they're talking. I didn't have time to listen to everything, so we'll listen to everything. Break down all this PWBTC exploiter drama if we have time. And
I'll draw up some data on that.
Okay, cool, man. And I'll try to let you know when we're going to do it. So anyway, thanks everybody. You guys are awesome, and hope you guys learned something. Come to the Telegram. Links are at the top. And the cool people are on Mr. St. Wolf on Instagram. That's where all the cool people go. So make sure you're cool. And we'll see you soon. Right? Night, everybody.
Wolf.